It's kind of wild when you think about it. Like, we're absolutely drowning in information these days, right? Especially in the tools we use every single day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Email, shared documents, project updates. It's a lot to keep up with.
Seriously, it can feel like a full-time job just to stay afloat.
Exactly. Which is why today we're going deep.
Oh, deep dive time.
But not into some brand new, shiny app you've got to learn from scratch.
Right.
This time, it's about getting more out of something you probably already use. Google Workspace.
Exactly. Think of it like a guided tour to unlock the hidden productivity superpowers within those familiar Google apps you're already using every day.
Okay, I like that. So what's our focus for this deep dive?
Well, today we're zeroing in on the Google Workspace Gemini AI sidebar.
Ooh, Gemini AI. That sounds powerful.
It is. It's like your own personal intelligence booster right there in your workflow, and it helps you cut through the noise and figure out what really matters.
We're calling it a secret weapon for a reason. It's built right into your Google Docs, your Drive, Gmail.
Yeah.
Ready to streamline everything you do without all that jumping between tabs. It's like having AI assistants that understands exactly what you're working on.
And that's the real game changer, the context. The Gemini sidebar isn't just some generic AI living off in a separate window.
Right.
It actually knows what document you have open, the email you're reading, what files are in your Drive, and that makes its help so much faster, so much more on point.
So it's not just a one-size-fits-all AI. It actually adapts to what you're doing. That's really cool.
It really is.
So for anyone keeping track, which specific Google Workspace apps have this amazing sidebar?
Okay, so it's available in 5 core apps. Google Docs, obviously, for all your writing.
Of course.
Then there's Google Sheets for number crunching. We've got Slides for presentations, then Drive for managing all those files, and of course, Gmail to keep on top of email.
It's like having a built-in productivity expert in all the apps I use most.
Yeah.
So how do we unleash this power? How do we actually access the Gemini sidebar?
Oh, it's really simple. In any of those 5 apps, just look in the upper right corner near your profile picture.
Okay, got it.
You'll see a little star icon. You click that star, and boom, the Gemini sidebar slides right into view, ready to work. You can ask it to create new content, help you fix up existing files, even analyze what you're working with to find key information.
That sounds almost too easy.
Yeah.
Now, before we get carried away, it's important to remember that, like any AI, Gemini is not perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
It might misunderstand sometimes or give you results that need a human once over.
It's like, think of it as a super efficient research assistant or brainstorming partner.
I like that analogy.
But yeah, it still needs your guidance.
It still benefits from that human touch.
For sure. And for anyone who's all about learning and staying productive, the real magic here is that Gemini takes care of those tedious, time-consuming tasks we all hate.
You mean like
summarizing a long document.
Oh.
Or digging through a massive email thread to find the important stuff. That can take forever. Gemini can do that in a snap, freeing up your time and mental energy for the things that really matter.
That is a huge advantage. So before we dive into how to use this thing, can you tell me who has access to the Gemini AI sidebar?
Sure. So it's part of the paid Google Workspace plans, starting from Business Standard and up.
Got it.
If you're using a personal Google account, you get it through a Google One AI premium subscription.
Makes sense.
And for those who want to test it out without any commitment, there's Workspace Labs. It gives you a free trial to try all the features.
That's awesome. Free trial, always good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've laid the groundwork. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. How do we actually use this Gemini sidebar?
Okay, great question. So the first thing you'll often see when you open the sidebar is a section called Recommended Prompts.
Recommended prompts. So it's not just a blank slate.
Exactly. These are like handy starting points, almost like pre-written suggestions to guide the AI for common tasks. Like say you want to outline a document. There's probably a prompt for that. And what's neat is these prompts tend to be pretty similar across Docs, Sheets, Slides, Drive, Gmail.
So it doesn't matter which app I'm in, there will be suggestions.
Pretty much, although they can be a little different based on the app you're in and whether you're starting with a blank document or an existing one.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's actually paying attention to what I'm doing. So give me an example. What kind of recommended prompts might I see?
All right, so let's say you're in Google Docs. You might see a prompt to help you brainstorm ideas for a blog post. Or in Slides, maybe a prompt to create some initial slides for a new product pitch. And in Gmail or Drive, you might get prompts specifically related to the content of that email or file.
Wow, so it's really context aware. It's not just generic prompts, it's tailoring them to what I'm actually doing.
Exactly. And using them is super easy. You just click on the one that fits what you need, and it automatically fills in the text input field at the bottom of the sidebar. You can then tweak the prompt to be more specific, add details, whatever you need, and then just hit enter.
Super straightforward. But I assume I'm not limited to these recommended prompts, right?
Of course not. You can always skip the suggestions and type in your own custom prompt right from the get-go. The choice is yours.
Got it. So what happens after I hit enter, whether I use a recommended prompt or my own custom one?
Well, Gemini jumps into action and shows you the results right there in the sidebar. As we said before, always a good idea to double-check those results for accuracy.
Makes sense. We still need to use our own brains, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
And once you have your output, you'll notice a little toolbar with different ways to use it.
Okay, tell me about this toolbar.
Sure. First off, there's an arrow icon that lets you directly insert the generated text, images, whatever it is, straight into your Google Doc, email draft, slide, or spreadsheet. No copy-pasting needed.
Love that. Super efficient. What else we got?
Right next to that, there's a simple copy button. Lets you grab the content quickly and paste it wherever you need it.
Got it.
Then we have the 3 dots. That's the More Options menu.
Ah, there's always a More Options menu. What's hiding in there?
Some useful stuff. You can preview how the result will look before you actually insert it. That can save you some formatting headaches later on.
Well, that's smart. I hate having to fix formatting after the fact.
It's a pain. You'll also find the retry option there. Tells Gemini to try generating something new based on your original prompt. Handy if you want to explore different possibilities.
Ooh, like a brainstorming partner.
Exactly. And if you want to broaden the scope, there's Retry with Google Search. It uses Google's vast search index to come up with new results.
That's super cool. So it's not just limited to what it knows. You can actually go out and research more.
Exactly.
What else is in that More Options menu?
Oh, and don't forget the thumbs up and thumbs down icons. Those are your way to give direct feedback to Google to help them improve Gemini.
Ah, the power of user feedback.
Exactly. Right above those, you'll usually see a sources link. That's really helpful because it shows you exactly which Google Docs, emails, presentations, spreadsheets Gemini used to create its response. Transparency. You can verify the information if you need to.
I love that transparency. It makes me feel more confident in the results. What happens after I've looked over the initial result? Are there more options?
Sometimes you'll see another set of recommended prompts pop up just below the initial result. Those are there to help you refine the output even further. You can click on one of those, and Gemini will build on the first result, creating something new based on your selection. Or you can just type in new instructions directly to tweak what you already have.
So it's like a conversation with the AI. It gives you a starting point, you give it feedback, and it adapts.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
It really is. And before we move on, just a few pro tips for using the sidebar. If you want to wipe out your previous prompts and results, just go to More Options and hit Clear History. If you need more space to see what Gemini's cooking up, there's an Expand button right next to More Options. And when you're done with the sidebar, for now, just click the X in the top right corner to close it.
Excellent. That's all super helpful. I'm already feeling like a Gemini Power user. Now, let's talk about the really exciting part.
Yeah.
Putting this thing to work. I'm ready to supercharge my productivity. What can the Gemini sidebar actually do for me in my everyday work?
We've highlighted 7 key use cases based on all the feedback we've received. These are the areas where Gemini really shines.
Perfect. Let's go through them. What's number 1?
Number 1, summarizing documents and emails. It's a true time saver.
I'm all about saving time. Tell me more.
Okay, so let's start with Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. When you've got one of those open and you bring up the Gemini sidebar, if there's enough text or data, you'll usually see a quick summary pop up right at the top. Click More if it's longer and you'll see the whole thing. Think about those long reports you get. Instead of spending an hour reading them, you can get the gist in seconds.
That would be amazing. Sometimes I just need the key points, not all the details.
Exactly. It's not just about being brief, it's about understanding the core message, the main arguments, the conclusions, so you can focus on what's truly important.
That makes a lot of sense. What about summarizing things in Drive? I mean, I practically live in Drive.
Right. Well, Drive has some really handy summarizing features. You can select a document or file, and there's a Summarize this file option right in the toolbar. Click that, the Gemini sidebar opens up, and if there's readable content, it'll whip up a summary for you.
So no more opening every single file to remember what's inside.
Right. But it gets even better.
Even better.
You can summarize entire folders in Drive.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Entire folders.
Yep. Let's say you need to quickly grasp the main themes or action items across a bunch of project-related documents. Just go to the folder, select it, and click Summarize this folder in the toolbar. Bam! You've got an overview of everything in there without having to open each individual file. Especially for someone like you who organizes project info in Drive, this could save a ton of time.
Wow, that's a game changer. I can definitely see how that would be super helpful for me.
Another cool trick is using a direct prompt in the sidebar to summarize a specific file in Drive. Just open the sidebar and type summarize at 8, followed by at least the beginning of the file name.
Okay.
As you type, a menu of suggestions pops up, so you can quickly find the file you need. Then Gemini goes and summarizes it for you. Really handy when you need a refresher on what's in a particular file.
So even if I don't remember the exact file name, I can still find what I'm looking for.
You can even try describing the content in your prompt, like summarize the presentation about Q3 marketing strategy. Gemini might be able to find it and summarize it based on that. And you know what? You can even ask it to summarize multiple documents or files together.
No way. How does that work?
Say something like, summarize last month's sales report and the follow-up action items document. Or if you know the file names, you can be specific. Summarize at project proposal draft and at client feedback document. You could also ask it to summarize things like meeting minutes, like summarize the key decisions from the meeting minutes of July 15th. It's incredibly flexible.
That's incredible. Now, what about email? I get so many emails every day. It's overwhelming.
Oh, I hear you. Email overload is real, but guess what? Gemini can help with that too.
Really? Tell me more.
Open an email or a thread in Gmail, and often you'll see a recommended prompt in the sidebar offering to summarize it for you. So instead of scrolling through a long email chain, you can get the main points instantly. I know you mentioned dealing with a lot of customer support emails. This could be a game changer for you.
It really could. Quickly understanding the issue without having to read through tons of messages. That'd be amazing.
It's not just for single threads either. You can summarize multiple emails that aren't even part of the same conversation. Just open the sidebar in your main Gmail inbox and type something like, summarize customer feedback emails from the past week, or summarize recent project updates from the engineering team. You can even get specific with senders, like summarize emails Sarah sent me regarding the upcoming conference, or summarize emails Mark sent me about the revised budget over the last month.
So I can basically create a custom summary of exactly the emails I need. That's incredibly powerful.
It really is. And it brings us to our second key use case, extracting specific information from files or emails. Sometimes you don't need a whole summary. You just need the answer to a specific question.
Right. It's like having a research assistant who can instantly pull out the exact information I need.
Exactly. Instead of asking for a general summary, you can pose direct questions to your Google Drive files or Gmail emails through the sidebar.
So I can ask it questions.
Yep. It's all about getting to the point.
Give me an example.
Okay, let's say you have a detailed business plan stored in Drive. You could ask, at business plan, what are the projected marketing expenses for the first quarter? Or if you have an annual budget spreadsheet, you could ask, at annual budget, what is the total budget allocated for employee training in the next fiscal year? You could even ask Gmail something like, what is the confirmation number for my upcoming flight booking?
So instead of hunting through documents and emails, I can just ask a question and get the answer immediately. That's a game changer, especially for someone like me who works with complex financial documents.
Exactly. It's about finding the information you need quickly and efficiently. Now, let's move on to our third use case, generating tables. This might seem simple, but it's incredibly useful for organizing information.
Tables. I mean, I use tables all the time, but I didn't realize Gemini could help with those.
Oh yeah, it's really powerful. Gemini can create entire table templates for you. It'll add titles, placeholder text, even pre-filled formulas if needed. Then you can just insert those tables into your docs, emails, slides, or sheets and fill in your specific data. Saves you tons of time messing with formatting.
I hate formatting tables. This sounds like a dream come true. What kind of tables can it make?
Oh, all sorts. It's especially great for project management. You can have it generate tables with drop-down menus for task statuses, simple lists of action items, or even full-blown to-do lists with assigned owners and deadlines.
Wow, that's impressive.
And it's fantastic for quickly setting up data tables that you can later copy and paste into sheets for charting and analysis. It's a real time saver, especially for someone like you who's always outlining project plans.
Absolutely. Give me some example prompts I could use.
Sure, you could say, create a table outlining the monthly marketing activities for the next quarter with columns for task, owner, and due date. Or create a table for planning a client workshop, including drop-down menus for session topic and presenter.
That's awesome. So how does it work when I ask for a table in Sheets specifically?
When you tell Gemini to generate a table in Sheets, it'll appear as an overlay at first. To put it in place, just click the Insert button at the bottom of the overlay. Now, sometimes when you open a new blank spreadsheet, you might see a table sidebar. To switch to the full Gemini sidebar, look for the Help Me Organize button in that table sidebar, or just click the star icon up at the top.
Got it.
And if you've already got some messy data in a sheet, you can use the Create Table Prompts in the Gemini sidebar to have Gemini try and organize that data into a cleaner, more structured table. It's like instant cleanup. There's also a specific Help Me Organize tool in Sheets that's powered by Gemini and offers even more table options. If you're really into tables, there are resources online that go into more detail about all the table-related prompts you can use.
I'm going to have to check that out. So what's next on our list of awesome Gemini features?
Number 4, generating images. Sometimes words just aren't enough, right? You need visuals.
Absolutely. A picture is worth 1,000 words, as they say.
And Gemini can help you create those pictures. You just describe what you have in mind using natural language, and it tries to bring that concept to life visually. And get this, in slides, you can even ask it to create images based on the content of the specific slide you're working on.
So it's like having a personal graphic designer right there in slides.
Pretty much. No more scouring stock photo libraries.
Give me an example of how I could use this.
Let's say you need a cartoon-style image of a robot attending a video conference. Just describe that to Gemini and it'll give it a shot. Or, if you're in slides working on a slide about customer testimonials, you could say, generate an image representing positive customer feedback.
Wow, that's so convenient. And it keeps me in my workflow. I don't have to jump to another app or website.
Exactly. It's all about keeping things smooth and efficient. Now, on to our 5th superpower, drafting text. This one can be a lifesaver when you're staring at a blank page or need to quickly write an email.
Oh, I know that feeling. Writer's block is the worst.
Right. But Gemini can help you get started. You can use it to quickly create first drafts of emails or even whole sections of documents right in Docs or Gmail.
So it's like having a co-writer who can get the ball rolling.
Exactly. Just tell it what you need and it'll generate something for you. It can really help you overcome that initial hurdle and start getting your ideas down.
What are some examples of prompts I could use for drafting text?
For example, you could say, write a brief introductory paragraph for a blog post about the benefits of cloud computing for small businesses. Or write an email to a potential client outlining our company's web design services. I know you often draft proposals. This could significantly speed up that initial writing process.
Definitely. I can see how that would be super helpful. What's the process like for drafting emails specifically?
In Gmail, it's really smooth. You just open the sidebar, type in your prompt describing the email you want, and when it's done, click the Insert button. Boom, a new email draft pops open with the generated text ready to go. You can then edit it, add recipients, save it as a draft, whatever you need.
Sounds simple enough. And does Gemini stop there? Or can it help me further refine the email?
It actually offers more help. You'll often see recommended prompts that can help you improve the generated text, like it might suggest different phrasing options or help you adjust the tone to be more professional or more casual. It's like having an editor on call.
That's a really nice touch. So it's not just about generating text, it's about making that text better.
Exactly. And for even more advanced writing and editing support, you can check out the Help Me Write tool in Google Docs. It's also powered by Gemini, but offers even more features for longer pieces of writing. There are plenty of guides online if you want to learn more about it.
Excellent. I'll definitely have to look into that. What's our next use case?
This one's for all the spreadsheet fans out there. Generating formulas in Google Sheets. I know dealing with formulas can be a bit, well, tricky sometimes.
Tricky is an understatement. Sometimes I feel like I need a degree in computer science just to write a simple formula.
Right. But with the Gemini sidebar, you can just describe what you want to do in plain English, and it'll generate the right formula for you. No more struggling to remember those complex functions. Just paste the generated formula into your sheet, and you're good to go.
So it's like having a spreadsheet wizard at my beck and call.
Exactly. And for someone like you who works with data all the time, this could be a huge time saver.
Absolutely. Any examples of prompts for generating formulas?
Let's say you need to calculate the average of all the values in column C. You could simply ask, create a formula that calculates the average of the values in column C. Or maybe you want to compare two values and display a specific result based on that comparison. You could say, create a formula that determines if the value in cell A1 is greater than the value in cell B1, and if so, displays yes, otherwise displays no.
That's so cool. I can already see how much easier this would make my life.
I know, right? And finally, our seventh and last key use case, generating slides in Google Slides. Creating presentations can be time-consuming, but Gemini can help you get a head start.
That would be a huge help. I'm always looking for ways to create presentations more efficiently.
Well, with Gemini, you can describe what you want on a slide, and it'll create a draft for you, complete with text and even suggested layouts. And even better, you can ask it to generate entire slides based on other files in your drive.
No way. So it's like having a presentation design assistant.
Pretty much. You can say, create a title slide for a presentation on our company's sustainability initiatives, or generate 3 slides summarizing the key findings from the App Market Research report file.
Wow, that is seriously impressive. I'm blown away by all the things Gemini can do.
It really is a powerful tool. And these 7 use cases are just the tip of the iceberg.
Really? There's even more.
Oh, yeah. Once you start using Gemini in your own Google Workspace, you'll probably find a ton of other ways it can make your work easier and more efficient.
So like a toolbox that keeps growing the more you use it.
Exactly. It's all about exploration and discovery.
So to sum it all up, what's the main takeaway for our listeners today?
The Gemini AI sidebar in Google Workspace is a powerful, convenient tool that can truly boost your productivity. And the best part is, it's right there within the apps you already use every day.
It's about reclaiming your time, getting to the information you need quickly, and feeling less overwhelmed by all the data coming at you. It's a direct answer to the challenge of staying informed and productive in this information-saturated world.
Absolutely. And we want you to think about which of these 7 use cases, summarizing, extracting information, creating tables, generating images, drafting text, building formulas, or creating slides, would be most helpful in your daily work.
Start experimenting. See how Gemini can fit into your own unique workflow.
And as artificial intelligence keeps becoming more integrated into our tools, it's worth considering. How might this change not just our efficiency, but our whole relationship with information? How might it change how we create and learn?
It's a question we'll continue to explore as AI evolves and shapes the future of work. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the Gemini AI sidebar. We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Until next time.
See you then.